אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אהללה, אהללה. אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אהללה, אהללה. אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי. Oh, sing to you, oh, praise to you, oh, source of all creation. We call your name, we sing your praise, oh, Holy One of blessing. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אהללה, אהללה. אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's so wonderful to be together. This is supposed to be a festive weekend. It's the weekend of Purim, and we have a lot of festivities coming up. But before that, we have Shabbat. And tonight, you just have me. Rabbi is having dinner with his family, which is so wonderful. And just wait till you see his costume tomorrow night. It's a lot of fun. And so please rise as we welcome in Shabbat together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. You may be seated. We turn to page 11 for Lechuna Ranana. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voices in song. Lechu, lechu, lechu niranina, lechu niranina, l'Adonai. Lechu, lechu, lechu niranina, naria, letzor yishenu. Nekadma, fanav b'toda, bizmirot naria lo, ki el gadol Adonai, hu melech gadol al kol Elohim. Lechu, lechu, lechu niranina, lechu niranina, l'Adonai. Lechu, lechu, lechu niranina, naria letzor yishenu. Arba'im shana kut bedor va'omaram to'el levavim ve'hem ledu derachai asher nishbati v'api im yevon hamenuchati. We turn to page 13, Shiru Adonai, Shir Chadash, sing to Adonai a new song, sing to Adonai all the earth, sing to Adonai, praise God's name day after day, tell of God's deliverance. Shiru Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato, Shiru Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato, Sabru bagoyim kevoto, b'chol ha'amim nifleotav. Sabru bagoyim kevoto, b'chol ha'amim nifleotav. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai baruch shemo, basru miyom liyom Yeshuato, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai baruch shemo, basru miyom liyom Yeshuato, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, basru miyom leyom Yeshuato. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלואו, יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו, אז ירננו כל עצי יער, לפני אדוני, כי יבא לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ועמים באמונתו. We turn to Romamu on page 20. Let's join our voices together. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho, Ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu. So this is the moment before L'Chadodi where I always say, we've been working so hard, we've had disappointments, we've had challenges, we maybe stubbed our toe at some point during the week. And this is the moment where we just let it all go. And when we come to services, we're closing the gap between what the world is and what we want the world to be. And so before L'Chadodi, we're really welcoming in Shabbat together and transforming ourselves into this sort of euphoric place in time, this sanctuary in time. And this week I picked a happy L'Chadodi because Purim and in the month of Adar we are commanded to be happy. So this is a happy L'Chadodi for us today. Page 23. L'Chadodi likra kala, pini Shabbat nikabela. L'Chadodi likra תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקרא קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נשוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקרא קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Page 25, ימין ושמאל, ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי. אל ידיש אין פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי לקרא קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקרא קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. פני שבת נקבלה, פני שבת Turn to your right, turn to your left, say Shabbat Shalom to each other, Shabbat Shalom to people on live stream. Welcome. And you may be seated. That is the way to welcome in Shabbat. We turn to 28 for the Psalm for Shabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, page 27. So they say that sometimes words can't express what we want to express, and so a melody has a direct path to God. So we start with this beautiful melody together. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la la la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la la. Yai la la yai la la la. Yai la la la. Yai la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. צדיק התמר יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינבו בשיבה דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא הבלטה בו. Page 29. Adonai malaki ulavesh, lavesh Adonai otitazar, aftigon tevel palitimot, mikolot mayim rabim, adirim mishpereyam, adir bamarom Adonai, edotecha nemim revetcha nava kodesh, Adonai leorech yamim. At this time, we take the opportunity to talk about the things we're grateful for, the blessings in our lives. So when the kids are here, they're very quick to raise their hands and tell us what they're grateful for this week. Do we have any brave souls to share something good that happened, something you're grateful for? Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, even in these very difficult times, we have to celebrate Purim. I'm so glad they're having fun. That's good. Yes. Yes, happy birthday, Maury. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom, that's amazing. Sameach, Mazel Tov Uvracha. Happy birthday. Yes, right? What's the alternative, right? My son's birthday is tomorrow. He's going to be 14. Crazy, right? We got to celebrate. Anybody else? Okay. All right, well, please rise. You can put your arms around each other. We're going to bless each other with the priestly blessing. It's always good to have opportunities to bless each other. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. We join together. Ken yehi ratzon. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. God cause his countenance to shine upon you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasim lecha shalom. Ken yehi ratzon yasim lecha shalom. Ken yehi ratzon yasim lecha Shalom, Ken yehi ratzon. May God bring us peace. You may be seated. So we are, of course, still thinking about the hostages that we are praying so hard to be released. We're praying for their physical, spiritual, emotional well-being, for the hostages that have already been released and all the healing, for everyone's spiritual, emotional, and physical healing. In our community, we also pray for Shimon ben Yaakov, Mordechai ben Naomi, Peril bat Razel, Malka bat Sarah, Eliza Meira bat Leah, Kathy Berlin, Miriam bat Rivka, Denise Carroll, Mordechai Chaim bat Leah, Malka Sarah bat Reuven Berut, Hachazan Aryeh Shimon ben Chana, Shmuel ben Hachazan Aryeh v'Michal, Sophie Galinsky, Maxine Alba, Mitchell Radin, Julie Duke, Talia Weinstein, Moshe Elchanan ben Harav, Avram Yosef Halevi, Kevin Hafni, David Graff, Blue Maduva, Etel Chaya, Herschel Yeshua ben Malka, David Shmuel ben Chava, Moshe ben Zev, Echanan ben Lazar, Shnor Zalman ben Chana Mindel, Malka bat Simcha Eliyahu v'Devora, Visara Devora, Shoshana bat Esther, Thomas Clark, Tchia bat Rachel, Miriam bat Nechama, Beverly Leibowitz, Yehuda, David Shmuel ben Chaya, Devora bat Gnendel, Yaakov, Marsha Sima bat Chanadina, Esther Batia bat Liba Tzivia, Maxine Stein, Yaakov ben Moshe, Noam ben Rivka Leah, Elchanan Chaya bat Menachem Yaakov, Moshe ben Moshe Halevi Vitzaitel, Yafa Fego bat Zislabina, Raphael ben David, Shana Leah, Leah Rachel, Abra Yitzchak ben Tzvi, Sarah Gittel bat Marsha, Shazia Matu, Ephron Yosef ben Yaakov, Leanne Middleton, Dina bat Leib, Aviva bat Tevia, Zalman ben Ephraim, Rory Vitale, Daniel Bernstein. If there's someone in your heart in need of healing, we'll go around the room. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And all those in need of healing, we join together in Misha Berach. El Narifana La, El Narifana La, El Narifana Lo, Misha Berach Imoteinu, El Narifana La, El Narifana Lo, Misha Berach Imoteinu, grant us refuah shleima, grant us refuah shleima, may the source of healing renew our bodies, renew our spirit, and let us say Amen. Refuah shlema min hashamayim. May they have a speedy and complete recovery. Mourners Kaddish is on page 30. Those who are mourning or observing a yurtzeit, please rise. Yit gadal ve'yit kadash shemei rabba be'alma divrach yiruteh ve'amlich malchuteh b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'gala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'alam l'olmei omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brichu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. Shabbat shalom. So I love these opportunities to share Torah with you, and I particularly love Megillat Esther. It's wonderful to have Esther be such a role model for us, and she is female, so that's even better. So I wanted to share with you that Esther's name, as you know, was Hadassah, and Hadassah means one who hides, because she didn't express her Judaism. She hid her Judaism, and then sure enough, the king needs a new queen, and he chooses her. She becomes the queen of Persia, and then Haman rises to power and decrees to kill all the Jews because they won't bow down to him. And it's the moment Mordecai, her uncle, comes to her and says, you need to save your people. And she's hesitant, she's scared for her life. And in the Megillah, it says that Mordecai says, "Do not imagine that you, of all the Jews, will escape with your life by being in the king's palace." So it's really profound to hear that because, I think before October 7th, we all kind of felt like, people are Jewish more or less, they come to shul more or less, they, do more or less Jewish things, but there's something about when people are hurting, suddenly we're all aware that no matter how observant we are or what we do in our lives, that we are identified as Jews. So Esther, whether or not she wanted to or not, Mordecai warned her that don't think you're gonna, even though you're the queen, you're not gonna escape. And then he says, on the contrary, if you keep silent in this crisis, relief and deliverance will come to the Jews from another quarter, while you and your father's house will perish. And who knows, perhaps you have attained this royal position for just such a crisis. So he says, Umi yodea im le'et kazot, like, everyone is born for a reason, right? When I always say, or the Hasidim say, but I've said it a lot here, the day you were born is the day God decided that the world could not exist without you. And so this is Esther's moment. How do you know when your moment is? And that she was born for that moment. And we all have an Esther moment where we can contribute and stand up and be proud of who we are and overcome our fear to really lead a nation, to lead people. So the song that I'm gonna be singing for you after the Amidah, I just love the words so much. It was written by modern day composer Jacob Spike Krauss, who I'm really excited is probably gonna be coming to do a concert here in the fall, just FYI, very, very excited. And listen to the words. He was commissioned to write a song about Esther, and I think it really captures the sentiment that we were just talking about. You are braver than your heartbeat. You are stronger than you know. You are the only one who speaks your truth, the keeper of the keys that hide the fears that you don't show. You are endless possibility. You are abundant creativity. You are the voice of a nation, the hope and inspiration of a whole new generation. So stand up tall and shout out loud. When it gets hard, don't back down. You won't get too far hiding who you are. See, you were meant to shine bright as the stars. So get up off the mat. There's just one more at bat, and ain't no more than that. You are one in a million. You are just like every one of us. You are a fighter. When the road gets tough, you are strong, you belong. You will always be enough. You won't get too far hiding who you are. See, you were meant to shine bright as the stars. So get up off the mat. There's just one more at bat, and ain't no more than that. You are. So I love that so much. I really think each of us can be Esther. And I was going to speak about it later, but before the Shema, because yesterday was the fast of Esther. And normally, we do Tanit Esther, we fast because she fasted for 3 days in preparation to go speak to the king. And as I said, she was scared to death and couldn't find the words. And so she asked everyone to fast and pray for 3 days. And so in her memory, in her legacy, in her inspiration, there was a worldwide recitation of the Shema at 11:30 yesterday morning. Did anyone know about that? Yeah, so some of you did that. And it was so profound that everyone chose to speak the words Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, because those words, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one, has been something that Jews have identified with throughout history. It's something that really unites us all together. And the brilliance of technology, I mean, I don't know if in history, millions of Jews at the same time praying the same words from all walks of life. And so two of the stories that Rabbi Menachem Creditor spoke about before they all sang Shema together was one that in the story of Joseph, Yaakov was dying, and of course Yaakov changed his name to Israel. And so that's the first time we hear these words, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, is Joseph was a king in Egypt, and him and his sons didn't look anything like what maybe you would think typical Jews look like. You know, just like today, we have so much diversity from all over the world. You can't really say, like, anyway, but they were sort of the first, you know, they looked totally Egyptian, they spoke, you know, different languages and had a different life, and Jacob was worried, you know, are my grandsons gonna still keep this tradition? And how did they tell him that they were? They said, Shema Yisrael, listen, literally Yisrael, who was their grandfather, but like Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, your God is our God. And so that kind of resonates with us today, even though we are, and then another story that he told, which I thought was very resonant, was during the Shoah, kids were hidden in convents or were adopted by Christian families. And after the war, when people came back to find these Jewish children who didn't necessarily even know they were Jewish, how were they going to identify them? No one could really identify them. They were kids. And they went to the door and said, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, and the kids who sang along, they were like, wow, here you are. So, you know, because through history, parents would sing that as a prayer for protection with their children. And so, so it was really a profound moment yesterday morning because we are so desperately praying for the world to help us free these hostages that are, you know, innocently being captive there, and time is running out. All of that is to say that, like Esther, we need to pray for this better world. We need to be proud of our Judaism, of our identities, and have the courage to really stand up and not cower, but really stand up for our people. Shabbat Shalom. Please rise for Baruchu, page 39A. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness before the light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro mahariv haravim bechokma poteach she'arim. God of creation, who makes the evening fall from light into darkness with the setting of the sun, you unfold the heavens with brilliant moon and stars and wrap our souls with peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro mahariv haravim bechokma poteach she'arim. Baruch atah Adonai hamahariv haravim. We turn to page 40. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha, hafta Torah mitzvot kedosh Ki hem chayinu ve'orech yameinu, ubahem negei yomam v'layla, ve'vatcha tasrim mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meotecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvelechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. We continue individually the words in the Siddur or the words in our hearts. Then Moses, Miriam, and the people Israel joyfully sang this song to you, Mi Chamocha, page 44.
Zayli, 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 Anu v'yameru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha ba'alim Adonai, mi chamocha ba'alim. Mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh.
נאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גל Yisrael. Thank you to Emma for coming on the spot to sing Mi Chamocha with me. I cannot resist when I see bat mitzvah students. I have to invite them to lead services with me. Thank you. We turn to page 45 for Hashkivenu, and I want to mention, I keep holding back. Some of you know, some of you don't know, but I'm so excited this evening. Really, I wanted to say the thing I'm so grateful for this week is that we have an incredible guest here with us. His name is Christopher James Lees, and he is the resident conductor of the Charlotte Symphony. And we are lucky enough that he agreed to come and play our service today. And he has never played a synagogue service before. This is his first time. And but we met each other doing the Yom HaShoah commemoration last year, and I was so struck by his sensitivity and ability he knew a lot of Jewish music and was just so incredible in the way he presented that program. I think some of you were here for that. I just was astounded by your knowledge and sensitivity and care with that program. It was amazing. And you were telling me at the brewery, you just had a brewery performance with the symphony. They do a lot of outreach. And what was the piece you played?
Hello, the Gideon Klein Partita for String Orchestra. He was he was the pianist, he was the accompanist for the Verdi Requiem performance in Theresienstadt. And he was a composer of great renown already in his young life. And when he was sent to the concentration camps, he died at age 26. So we lost an incredible life. And that's one of the treasures that we have. So we played that on Tuesday for an audience just to continue telling the story.
Thank you so much, and I thank you for sharing that. And for our community to have the orchestra playing music from the Jewish people in that way. I mean, they were at a brewery, and to understand that as marginalized people, we weren't always included in the classical music circles. It's just incredible. They intentionally are allies of the Jewish community. And it's really important for us right now, especially with what's going on in the world. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and it's scary. A lot of times we feel alone, and it's not just each other that will help us through and will be strong for us. It is our allies that are helping us get through this. I mentioned in Minyan on Thursday also that there is an Egyptian human rights activist who is trying to make democracy in Egypt. She was born in Cairo, and when October 7th happened, she spoke out in support of Israel because she knows how dangerous Hamas is and how horrible it is for the region. She also knows how much progress was being made in the Arab-Israeli conflict that really a lot of those surrounding neighbors were coming around and things were getting better, and she was very aware of that and how Hamas just kind of destroyed it. And she spoke out and now had to flee for her life. She moved to the United States, but she's still speaking out. And it's those people who are really helping us, who are, those strong Esthers with us, those allies with us. And it's really important. So I wanted to mention that before Hashkivenu, because this is a prayer for peace and safety. And so I think if we can cultivate those relationships, we can move towards a place eventually that will have peace and safety in the region. Page 45, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom leshalom Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom leshalom ve'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim lechaim ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha shlomecha. When I lay down at night, when I rest my head, oh God, watch over me. And when the morning comes, we thank Adonai and pray for peace. Go with me on this one. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. And then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. 'Cause when negativity surrounds, I know someday it will all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars and our children will play. One day, one day, one day. Whoa, one day, one day, one day. Sing together, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzitenu vo'inu lechaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam ufros leinu sukat shalomecha baruch ata Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. We rise for Vishamru, page 46. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך, יתברך וישתבח ויפאר בתרומה וינשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי דקודשא בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בעלמא במהרו. Amen. We turn to page 47 for the silent Amidah. Please use the words in the Siddur or the words in your hearts. When you've completed your Amidah, you may be seated. You are braver than your heartbeat. You are stronger than you know. You are the only one who speaks your truth, the keeper of the keys that hide the fears that you don't know. You are endless possibility. You are abundant creativity. You are the voice of a nation, the hope and inspiration of a whole new generation. So stand up tall and and shout out loud. When it gets hard, don't back down. You won't get too far, hiding who you are. You were meant to shine bright as the stars. So get up off the mat. There's just one more at bat, and ain't no more than that. You are. You are one in a million. You are just like every one of us. You are a fighter when the road gets tough. You are strong, you belong, you will always be enough. You won't get too far, hiding who you are. And you were meant to shine bright as the stars. So get up off the mat, there's just one more at bat, and ain't no more than that. You are. We continue with Kaddish Shalem, page 54. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei Rabbah B'yamad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich b'chutei v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayetcho beit Yisrael b'galav v'zman karev v'yimru amen Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'l'ol me'olamaya Yitbarach Yibarach v'yishabach v'yibar v'yitroma v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yital shmei kudsha brichu Leila min kol berchata v'shirata v'shibachata v'nachamata damiran be'ama v'imeru Amen Tikabal tzlotonu v'altontoch Yisrael kodam avuhon v'yishmai v'imru Amen Yehi shlam arav min shemai v'chaybelin v'kol Yisrael v'imeru Amen Oseh shalom v'imromav v'yaseh shalom Aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'kol yoshvei tevel v'imru Amen. Kiddush, page 55, if there is anyone under B'nai Mitzvah. Isaac, are you Yes, come on down. All right, we've got two. Yay, I bet they know Kiddush. These are two upcoming singers as well. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha bi'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat l'chaim. All right, you can just put them here. Thank you. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, עמד מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. This week we observe the yahrzeits of Henry Tager, Blondel Aratzier, Eric Moore, Ellen Levinson, Bess Oppenheimer, Jack Greenfield, Benny Kozalczyk, Alfred Kessler, Marvin Gavelber, Isidore Krasno, Ceci Rosenberg, Harold Rubinson, Gregory Mogalevsky, Mary Polak, Ruth Neuwirth. That's why you're here. Erot Cohen, Thomas Formica, Lillian Zerner, Gladys Nathan, Benjamin Bedrick, Meyer M. Hunger, Jerome Burke, Abraham Levine, Jeremy Aaron Sofin, Flora Rockland, Benjamin Shapiro, Laureen Abadi, Abraham Goldstein, Ida Kaufman, Harry Goldfarb. We express our deepest condolences to the families of Arnold, Arnie S. Beyer, and Kevin Cromie, who are still in Shloshim. Mourners Kaddish is found on page 58. Those who are observing a yahrzeit or mourning, please rise and recite along with me. Yit gadal ve'yit kadash shemei rabba be'alma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'alam ul'olmei omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brichu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya b'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. It is my honor to call upon President Teresa.
This will be really short. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you so much to Cantor Lissick and to Christopher James Lee. It was an absolutely beautiful service. It was very inspirational, and we really enjoyed it. And come back for services tomorrow morning at 9:30. And after Shabbat, you can check the website for all of the wonderful Purim activities this weekend. The Purim Spiel will be Sunday morning at 10:30, the big family Purim Spiel, so don't miss that. The full Megillah reading will be Sunday morning at 9 a.m. with Minyan. And for the adults, there's a Purim party tomorrow night. Started with the Megillah reading at 8 p.m., but hope to see everyone lots this weekend. So Shabbat Shalom and Happy Purim.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Yeah, don't miss Purim. It's fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. We conclude our service on page, I don't even know, on a page 5 with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem Malachi Asharet Malachi Elyon Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom Aleichem Malachi Asharet Malachi Elyon Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Ay 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 Boachem Shalom Malachi HaShalom Malachi Elyon Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Nil Shalom Malachi HaShalom Malachi Elyon Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Nil Shalom Malachi HaShalom Malachi Elyon Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Ay 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 Tzedchem L'Shalom Malachi HaShalom Malachi Elyon Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shabbat Shalom, Happy Purim, Chag Sameach.